What is going on, everyone, and welcome to a Dose of Magic Live, the live show where we're talking about all things Walt Disney World Resort. I'm Ryan,
And I'm Brett.
and if it's your first time here, welcome. And if you're not your first time and you've came every week for a couple years now, you know the drill. We are here for about 30 minutes talking about all things Walt Disney World Resort, and we have a lot of fun doing it. This week
Yes.
is no exception. We have a fun competition for you at the end in honor of the Festival of the Arts happening at Epcot starting this week. But you may be wondering what it is. So we're going to tell you all about that as well. But first, it's been about, I don't know, Brett, what, 2 weeks since we've gotten together here to talk. So it's time for a catch
Yeah.
up. What's going on with you?
Yeah, it's been a while. Nothing much is happening really. Life is carrying on. Work is busy again because we're trying to reopen campus now that winter break is over. So work has been very busy. We've done some house projects. We installed some like overhead lighting in a bunch of places. I built a countertop. So yeah, overall house is good. Life is good. Me and Autumn are good. Everything's good. How are you?
Good. No, I love to hear that. I am good as well. I was traveling last week, which is why we weren't able to do the episode. I was out in Las Vegas for a show called CES. It's the Consumer Electronics Show.
Yeah.
It's basically a really cool show where all of these companies come together and show off all of their newest technology that they have. Not necessarily stuff that they're selling, but just kind of like flexing on each other, saying like, "Hey, here's what our company can do." And it's
That's
really
cool.
cool. It's all big names, so it's like Google, Samsung, Sony, and then it also has a bunch of startups, so people who are just kind of like, "Hey, we built this really cool thing. Check it out and maybe buy us." That type of thing. It was
That's cool.
really, really cool. And I was hoping Disney would be there. I was hoping that there would be some sort of Imagineering area showing
Yeah.
like, "Hey, this is what we're working on," type of thing. But it wasn't. It was more of like a corporate. They talked about different advertising strategies that they wanted to do going forward, and it wasn't as cool. I thought there was going to be like Star Wars drones walking around
Yeah.
showing off their newest animatronic. It would have been a
Right.
perfect spot for it, but they did not do that, unfortunately. But it
Yeah.
was a really cool event. It was about 8 days that I was there, so that was a
Wow.
long time, all on my feet. But luckily, we're pros because we go to Walt Disney World and we walk around for hours
Correct.
and hours and miles all through those parks. So while my coworkers were like, "Oh," I was like, "Ah, it's just about time to park hop."
Right.
Their feet are killing them, but I'm like, "Hey, we could still go another couple miles." So it was funny
Correct.
talking about that with them as well, like the stamina needed for the parks and whatnot. It was a good segue for that.
Yeah. I feel like it's a conversation that not a lot of people have, like how exhausting a day in Disney can be. But I'm going back to what you said that you were kind of upset that like Disney wasn't there, like showing things off. I'm curious if it's because it's a D23 year. Like they
Hmm.
have their own announcements later in the year. So I wonder if they're like trying to hold things off and not show them to the public. Whereas a year, like maybe next year, because CES is an annual thing, D23 is an every other year kind of thing. I'm curious if they would bring things to CES on their off D23 years.
That's a great point. I didn't even think about that. The fact that they really host their own thing, so why spend the money and the time at this event when you can just do your own thing and get the same amount of press? And honestly, they're not short on guests and staff, you know what I mean,
Right.
and sales. So it's not like they need the marketing push. But being a
Yeah.
technology show, it would have been cool just to see them kind of, show off a little bit on their robots.
I bet they're probably shopping more than they're showing off. I'm
That's
sure
a
that
good
they
point.
are going around that place at like the new of the best and being like, we want that, not look what we have, because in a year they're gonna buy out a company and be like, now we own it.
Yeah, that's actually a very good point. I wonder if a couple of their suits were walking around, scouting out some of the startups and stuff and be like, "Hey,
Yeah,
that's pretty cool tech. We could buy that and implement that into the park." So I wonder what
yeah,
we'll see. There was a lot of like transparent TVs and monitors, so you could definitely implement that on attractions. There was a lot of robotics and things like that, which they already kind of have mastered. But you never know.
yeah.
Somebody might be able to do it better out of their basement, and you just pay them a couple million, and all of a sudden,
Oh,
it's in your repertoire.
casually,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And with so much AI and stuff happening, it would be really cool, as we've talked about in other episodes, to implement some of that into the animatronics and into the guest interactions to really make it feel more authentic. And at this
Yeah,
show, there was a ton of stuff about artificial intelligence and the advancements in that. So you never know. Some things I saw at that show might end up in a Disney park in just a couple of years. So we'll see.
very cool.
Yes.
But leading into your other comment of being in a park and the stamina needed, right now you need quite a bit of stamina because park hopping is now allowed all day.
That is
They
correct.
got rid of park reservations, no longer a thing across the Walt Disney World, and all day park hopping, park hopping is back.
Yeah, which so many of us have been waiting for. I mean, the idea of the park reservations, I understood initially when there was, a pandemic time and you want to monitor and keep certain amount of capacity in different areas, right? So then you implement it. But the fact that it's gone on as long as it has,
Yeah.
I'm excited that that is gone and that is no longer an extra step, an extra layer that you need in the planning process. That was very annoying. But what I'm more excited about is, as you said, the park hopping, that you can park hop now all day. You don't have to wait until that 2 o'clock hour or 1 o'clock or whichever hour that was to go to your next park. You can get in and out of Animal Kingdom by 11 and hop over to your next park now whenever you
Yeah.
want. And you can make it all four parks for the day. So that is back. That's exciting to me. I know that's something that we have done in past visits. Not every visit,
Hmm.
but having that option and that freedom is nice, you know?
Yeah, no, I agree, and I would now argue again that park hopper in value is now worth it. I think before be like, oh, do you want to do a park hopper? Like you only get like half a day. So I would argue that before this, park hopping wasn't really worth the money, but I would say it's worth the money again if that's the route you're looking to go.
Yeah, that's an awesome point. That's a good question. If you guys are watching now, let us know in the comments. Are you excited about this change? Was this something you were waiting for? And are you a park hopper or are you a base ticket type of person? Let us know what you think on that. That it's exciting. This went into effect on January 9th, so a couple days ago, and it's going to be indefinite. So, hopefully everything goes well and stays as planned, because now if you're going to the parks this year, you will be able to jump around as much as you want.
Exactly, exactly. And a park you're definitely going to park hop over to is Epcot because they have just started their Festival of the Arts, which is not a new, but it just started, right? So it's
Yep.
new at Disney for the time being, and it's another festival. Food and Wine just finished, and Festival of the Arts coming up.
Exactly, right up on its heels. Festival of the Arts is here at Epcot. This goes from January 12th to February 19th. So if you have a trip soon, you're going to get to experience it. And we also want to know, has anybody gone to this? Is this one of the festivals throughout the year that you like going to? What do you look forward to it? Uh, or what do you look forward to with it? You know what I mean? We have Brandon
Yeah.
coming in with a four-park grand slam when you're park hopping. That's awesome. Trying to get four parks in one day. We have Michelle as an annual pass holder. You still have park reservations, but happy to park hop. Nice. And then we have Kara coming in as a base ticket girly. That is awesome. It's funny how everybody kind of approaches the Disney parks a little bit differently, and it really
Yeah.
depends on your group, who you're going with, your purpose. And so it's cool to hear it, and that's why we asked. We wanted to see different people what they think. We have another from Melissa, base ticket for me. So people like to either take it slow or they like to go thrill, 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 and get as much out of their money and tickets as possible. So that's super
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. Looking forward to I don't know the last time I park hopped super intensely. I think as I've gotten older, I think I've appreciated taking it slow and basic it more. Also, fortunately, like being able to go to Disney more often, right? Like I think we've done that like go, go, go plenty of times. So now we can also take it slow and enjoy it in both senses.
Yeah, definitely. And now switching gears to our second part that we talked about was the festival. So Michelle's never done the Festival of the Arts, but going for the first time this month, that is awesome. We
Pretty
have
cool.
also never been to Festival of the Arts that I could
Yeah.
recall. I don't think we ever came down during this time. So this is kind of new for us, something that we do want to go to as well. Brandon saying it's the best festival of the year. He loves seeing all of the different artists. That is very cool. So for those who haven't gone and don't know what it's about, let us tell you a little bit. Let us explain
Yeah.
a little bit of what to expect and what it may be like. And so, Festival of the Arts, and let me get Brandon's comment here so you can see it. Festival of the Arts is an area and a time frame where you can then go around and they have a variety of different things to see that are all related to arts. And arts is kind of a vague word, right? Because there are so many different styles to it. There are visual arts, there are music, there's actual painting, there's floral, and there's just so many other things. There's food, there's culinary art. And so
Yeah.
the Festival of the Arts really gives you a good chance to kind of see all of that, see all of the talent, and let the celebration of that come together. Bro, of the Festival of the Arts, what is something that you would be most interested in seeing on our next visit there?
Well, I'm never gonna say no to food. So I love good food opportunities, but as a theater nerd, enjoying the Broadway, I think the Broadway artists that come out, there you go. So yeah, I think that would be the portion I would look the most forward to, um, because I would have just like a genuine appreciation for it. And as
Yeah,
somebody who has never taken the stage, um, I don't understand how people can sing like that all the time, but I appreciate a good live performance.
that's awesome. Yeah, Brett and I are not musically inclined, that is for
Not at
sure, but
all.
Brett has a huge appreciation for it. And so Disney, during this festival, will have stage shows such as this, where they will sing songs from their Broadway shows and do that in the park. So you can get a chance to really see that and enjoy it. There's also other visual stunts and acrobats and things of that nature, giving you a chance to really celebrate dance. And honestly, that flexibility is insane. So that is an art in itself and a talent in itself. So that is super cool. But there's also physical art, and the art that, I think you and I think of when we hear the word art is
Yeah,
that physical painting, that drawing, that chalk type of art. And they have that throughout. So here's a super cool example of a Mulan chalk painting right on the sidewalk, right from a cool vantage point. When you look at it, it kind of comes to life from the right angle. You know what I mean?
yeah. That's just so incredible that people can do that and, like, have the eye to make it look like that. Like, you're drawing that flat, but,
Yeah.
like, I don't understand it.
Yeah. The idea that, it's almost stretched, right? You're drawing for a certain perspective, and that
Yeah,
alone is super cool. And I'm going back to Brandon's comment too. That is definitely an interesting part about this festival, because Food and Wine is a great festival for the taste and for the experience of everything. But there's something about coming together and seeing talent, seeing
yeah,
human talent right in front of your eyes live is just a super unique experience, super cool opportunity. And the Festival of the Arts is a great way to kind of celebrate that, which is super, super cool. Uh, we have Kimberly saying, I love the Broadway artists, the chalk
okay.
art, and the food booths. It all just looks absolutely incredible. I can see why Brandon and also Kara is saying it's their favorite festival. The fact that it started with the
Yeah,
sketch of a mouse, and all of a sudden you have people coming together to be able to celebrate that. That is super, super cool.
yeah, that's super cool.
Last one, sitting down and having the animators give a drawing lesson, that is
Mm,
super cool. That's a really cool, unique experience, one that you just, remember for the rest of your life if you get to, be there and see that.
yeah,
That's really awesome.
yeah, and I think just I have no artistic ability, like, drawing, musically, like, any flexibility. So this entire festival would just, like, be one that I can appreciate because it's just not one I can relate to, but I can appreciate all the work that goes into it.
Exactly. And what an honor it must be to be there and to be asked to be one of the highlighted
Yeah,
artists or chalk artists or dancers or acrobats, like the opportunity to do that in front of,
Yeah.
however many tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people will come through over the course of the time that the festival is open. I mean, the pressure to be able to go out there and to perform each and
Yeah.
every day and draw, like, what if your head is lopsided? What if you draw a Mickey head that has 3
It's
ears?
just not accurate. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
just
there's a
can't.
lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure because there's no chance to kind of, go behind the curtain and fix it. You're
Right.
doing art right in front of people and they want to see it all, which is really cool. But that's where the talent comes in.
Yeah, it's just so impressive.
Yeah. But we're going to put ourselves to the test because in honor of this festival and this, the next few weeks, I think it's time to show off our art and do a little
Okay.
contest of ourselves. So what we want is in the comments, give us something that you want us to draw. It has to be something that we can kind of draw within 10 seconds, but we want to hear we're going to take, your person or your character or your place, and we are going to have a contest. So Brett and I have a pen and a paper. We are also going to throw on a camera so you can see us drawing as well. So let's see what you guys want and what you guys can do. Let's get this set up here. And I will
Yeah.
give you a spoiler. We are not artists.
At all. Not even close.
And so this is going to be interesting. We're going to have 10 seconds to draw each one. And I'll let Brett get set up here. Let's see what some people are thinking here. We got
Yeah.
Buzz Lightyear, Mickey Mouse, Figment. That's a hard one. Dumbo. All right, we got some good ones coming in. So let's see. Let's start with Buzz.
Buzz?
Yeah, let's start with Buzz. Let me know when you are good, and I will get our cameras on screen here. What do you think would be the
I think I'm ready, by the way.
Okay, great.
I think. It made me download an app, which I was not prepared for.
Okay, I do see you're here. So let's get you on the screen here. Let's go here. How do we get all four of us on here?
Can we get all four? Oh gosh, we can.
Let's try it. Dynamic. Here we go. All right, can you
Sorry I'm
guys see?
not facing the camera anymore. I am in my own drawing studio, so I
Let's see. This
apologize.
looks. We are doing this live editing on the spot here. You're going to see something. Let's see it. Let's go custom C. Here we go. Okay,
Ooh,
there we are. So let's
wow.
swap these. I'm
Wow.
under me. Brett is under him. We are going to have 10 seconds on the clock to draw Buzz Lightyear. Let's get
10
into it.
seconds?
10
That's
seconds for Buzz
crazy.
Lightyear, and let's go.
Oh, shoot.
All right. I really feel like the wings are the key here, but we got to see what Star Command says. Oh, we're looping it. We got 10 more seconds, Brett.
Thank gosh.
Wow, I panicked. Okay.
This is so bad.
All right, that was very fast, but let's see. Let me go to the comments, get Brandon off here. All right, if you can see what we are looking at, this is mine, and that is Brett's.
Dude.
Who has the better drawing? I feel like Brett's is actually pretty good. He looks like a little bit of a worm. He looks sad. That's actually a sad Buzz Lightyear. That's a
Yeah.
Buzz Lightyear that didn't complete his mission. But that is very funny. Mine
But
is very boxy, and it looks like a slightly detached head. I did try to
dude,
put
you're not even proportional.
it is not very proportional. Brett's drawing is impressive. I see Michelle saying that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and even give the honors. I think Brett took the first one here. That is
Thank you.
hilarious. Not too shabby. But let's go on to number 2.
All
Let's
right.
see what else we got here. So up next. Oh, I like this one from Kimberly. Space Mountain.
Oh my gosh. Architecture? I
Yep,
can't
let's
do
do
this.
Space Mountain. That's a tough one because that one it
Hmm.
doesn't have like a face, right? You can't just like start with a face and kind of go off from there. You got to see what you can do here.
Yeah.
So let's go for Space Mountain. Okay,
Yeah. I think I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. Oh, this is not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. Oh, time is up. That was fast. Holy hell. All right, let's see. Get her out of the
Oh,
way. That is a tough one to draw in just 10 seconds. Mine looks like a sailboat, but I did try to include a monorail that goes
I
by it.
like it.
So let's see. Yours kind of looks like a tent. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That is
That took
funny.
too much
Your
time. He put
architecture
antennas on the
extends.
top.
Yep, yours extends beyond. That is hilarious. All right,
Wow.
let's see. Who do we have?
Brett for
Brett's
the
in the
win
lead
again.
again. Brett's getting all the votes. Brett has a quick just eye. I think I panic when I get it. Once the time starts, I'm like, oh, I don't know. All
You got to
right,
go
let's go to the next
minimalist. You just got to get the key points down.
one. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, let's do Kara for Figment. That's a
Oh,
very good
God.
one. And if it's anything like my buzz, we are in trouble. So let's get this going here. Kara for Figment in 3, 2, 1. Oh, actually, I might have
Oh,
nailed
this
it.
is so bad.
I know I might have nailed this one. Oh, actually, crap. That wasn't good. I came out very arrogant because I got the snout and then I ruined it. So let's get
I
the
don't think you
cameras
got
up
the
so you can
snout.
see it here. Oh, who do
I'm
we
not
have
sure
here?
you got the snout.
I'll take the camera up. So this was mine on the left. This is actually Figment, who looks like a minotaur almost. And Brett, bring yours a little closer to the camera so we can see this. He looks like a turtle.
I was trying to get his
yours,
ribbed belly.
yours looks like a turtle. Mine looks like a dragon slash horse almost.
Yours looks like an Onward character.
Yeah, it does. It does. That's funny. Let's see if the vote's coming in. Ryan wins this round. I think so. Brett, yours just looks like a sad little turtle. He looks like one of the characters from Over the Hedge.
Well, Figment's a sad little dragon. So
He's not sad. That's
he might be.
Mine looks like a war horse or something. Ryan is a
Uh,
unicorn. One's a horse, one's a turtle. Yeah, that was tough. That's a great one to draw.
yeah.
All right, let's see what else
Notice
we
how
got.
nobody said either of those were Figment. One's a horse, one's
Yeah,
a turtle. None of them were Figment. So,
I think so. All right, we
all
got a
right.
couple more. Let's keep going because this is making me crack up. All right, the next one is going to be from Melissa, and this is going to be the genie.
Oh
That is not
gosh.
easy in 10 seconds, but let's see what kind of magic we can do. See what I did there?
Oh.
Right. In 3, 2, 1.
Oh, my pen.
Oh no.
Oh, my pen.
I got the face in at the end. Okay.
I
Time is
nailed
up.
it.
Let's see it. Time is
Oh,
up.
dude, my pen.
Oh, the pen ran out of ink. That is not too bad. Let's get yours a little closer. I like that we both went for the lamp. I feel like the lamp is key to the character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is insane. Even with the dry pen strokes, we can see what that is. And that's actually pretty good. Are his arms crossed? Is that what you were going
They
for?
sure are. They sure are.
I
Yeah.
like the detail.
This is
I wish I
Robin
could have
Williams.
added more to the face. Let's see. Brian's looks like Casper the Ghost. Brett wins. He
Wow.
does. He looks like he's jumping out and like scaring people. Like, boo. That is so fun. Brandon saying, Brett again, but Ryan is trying so hard. I am, but we're getting votes for Brett. Brett wins. That is hilarious. Brett, you are quick with like the details that matter. I am not. I
Yes.
panic and I just go for structure. All right, I
Right.
got.
I'm ready. Let's keep going. I'm ready.
All right, let's see what else we got then. You are ready? Let's do Dumbo. Let's do Dumbo.
Okay. And feel free to throw some more ideas in the chat.
Yep, we can
So
get creative with it. Let me see what the
keep
back
going.
look like. All right, yeah, we're good. All right, let's do Dumbo
Dumbo.
in three, two, one.
I don't even
Now
know how to put
this
that
character
there.
has an absolute must-have feature, which I just nailed. So we're good. And I think I might bring this one home. Oh, I actually gave him I think I gave him tusks, and I don't think Dumbo has tusks that I can remember. So that was a big mistake.
This was bad. This was a
Let's
bad
see.
one.
You know what? Dumbo is a bit of a sad character, at least at the beginning. So I think you captured that. His snout or his nose is quite droopy, doesn't have much structure to it. And my his ears are lopsided for me. You should go actually check and see a doctor. That's a tough one. This one is a tie. That is fun. That is
Yeah, they're both bad.
both right. Both cannot even count as Dumbo. But
Both can't be judged.
if you guys can see, look at the tusks. They're coming out. So if maybe he grows and had tusks, it would be pretty good. But I will give that one to Brett again. I feel like he captures the emotion of Dumbo and the character in the moment. My guy is just a silly little goose. So
Dude, mine looks like Baymax smoking a joint.
yeah, he does. He looks like Baymax if he
He
didn't get
look
the part.
right.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he looks so
Baymax
upset.
after a
It
failed
looks like
audition.
Baymax with his hands on his head. Oh, oh, I
Thank
drew the
you,
wrong
thank
character.
thank you. Laughs in Spanish. Thank you, Melly. That's hilarious. All right, the score right now. Thank you, Brandon, for keeping it because we were just doing it or for fun, and I appreciate that we're keeping track here. 3-2 for Brett. That is funny.
Ooh.
All right, we got a couple more coming in. Let's try Goofy. This one is a tough one, but I like that. All right,
All
are
right.
you ready?
Yeah, I think so.
I gotta think real quick.
Yeah,
What
no, I gotta like remember real quick.
I know, like I obviously remember, but I just need to know like which key features do I need to like.
I'm trying to think of like which direction I want to draw them. Because I think face on makes it creepy, but if you do like a side profile, like we might be able to get away with it.
I think you're right. So let's try this. Let's try this. Let's see. 3, 2, 1, Goofy. So he's got like a thin face, and he's got. Oh, you look.
Oh no.
Doesn't he have whiskers? Because he's. Oh,
Mistakes have been made.
me
Mistakes
too.
have
Me
been
too.
made.
Oh, I wanted to put teeth on him, but I didn't have time. All right. Let's look at this nightmare.
It looks like a chupacabra.
He looks so bad. He's supposed to have teeth and be like, "Hoyok." Oh, dude, that's yours is good. Dude, mine looks like Jar Jar Binks or something.
Dude.
Yes, the ears, the nose, the teeth. I needed to put teeth. I opted for whiskers for some reason. That's a panic moment. That's so funny. Brett wins for sure. Ryan's look like a horse. I don't even know what mine looks like. It's not a
Dude, that's the
horse.
second time yours has been mistaken for a horse.
Yeah, I just like don't care what the topic is. I just start drawing a horse every time. All of my animals are horses. Okay, Brett again. I think so. The
Ugh.
chupacabras have left the chat. That is just insulting. Wow. Yeah. So everyone, that is Goofy in your nightmares, if that's what you're trying to look for.
All right,
Wow.
I think we're right around that wrap up point. Let's do one more.
Okay.
Somebody in the chat, give us like a pretty decent option. And Ryan, you and I, we could take like 45 seconds to a minute.
Really. Are you guys drinking while you're drawing? That is funny. And the sad part is, no, this is fully sober. And just to show you, we don't have an artistic bone, but
No.
we also only have 10 seconds. So given 20 seconds, it might come out and it might be on the sidewalk at Disney World,
Yeah,
You never know.
for sure.
Let's see.
So let's take our time. Let's take like 45 seconds. We could draw it.
Okay. Tower of
We
Terror,
can even,
Cinderella's Castle. These are good ones. These are getting
yeah,
good. Tower of Terror would be tough because you got to really like pick out the detail
the
and the
importance.
layers
Yeah.
of that. Cinderella's Castle is tough too. There's a lot of spires that you need to hit. Let's see. Okay, we're getting votes on the castle. It only feels right to do the castle as our
Okay.
final one. So, Brett, let's get into it. Let's do a final battle, you and me on the castle. I got to pick one that doesn't have too much drawing on it. Um, okay, let's see which back looks better. I feel like a kid who's not prepared for class. Okay, can you see that? Is that too much?
No, I
Yeah,
think we're good.
you can still see Space Mountain through it, but whatever. All right, let's do the
Whatever.
castle.
Okay.
I'll just use that in my drawing. That's how good I am. So let's see this. All right, let's do the castle in 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna loop this so that we can get extra time.
Okay. Love it. Oh man. Oh no, I'm crooked.
All right, how you doing on yours?
Not great.
Initial first guess or first, hunch.
Terrible. Horrible.
Terrible. Why terrible?
Because if you could see this right now, it's really bad, dude.
I'm like trying to capture what I'm like envisioning, but it's not working. And I'm gonna get a new piece of paper real quick.
Yeah, I also threw an audible.
All right, I got a fresh sheet. Maybe that's cheating, maybe it's not, but
No, I did too. It's okay.
okay. We got a fresh sheet. Let's get it going. Cinderella's castle. Who wants it? And I already screwed it up. I actually cannot believe it. It looks like a circus tent. But you guys, I think you're gonna know what I'm trying to go for here. Wow, you're gonna be like, wow, Ryan, have you ever seen the castle? I have. Give me a break. It's just I'm panicking in the time. Okay, how are we looking on yours?
Still not great, but we're trying. I feel like I'm missing some like really important details, but
Oh, definitely me too. Okay, we'll give it another 10 seconds. This will be our last 10.
ruined
Three,
it.
and time is up.
Ugh,
Everybody, thank you for being patient as we just worked our way through that. Let's see how we did here. Brett, show me your Cinderella's castle and get that one close to the camera.
there you go. There's the castle. We got.
That, that's not too bad. Do you have text on yours?
I try to like show brick.
Here, actually, I'm going to spotlight this so that everyone can see
Oh
it
yeah, I
kind of
love that.
bigger. There you go.
All right, so thank you everybody for coming to my Festival of the Arts booth. I textured some brick so you can get the idea that there's some brick. I did obviously the tall spire. Uh, I thought that there was stained glass somewhere on the castle, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, no, I
I try to
think
get
there is at least in the
the
back.
side spires, clearly the cut through of the castle, and then you have the stairs that come down from the stage, which I've shown here.
That's not bad for 40 seconds just from memory. That's honestly pretty good.
Thank
All
you.
right, let me
Let's see
switch over
yours.
to mine and give people a chance to look. All
Is
right,
that a
and
bear?
we have the new Cirque du Soleil show called Disney. It looks like a circus tent. I tried to get some of the spires. These are going to be like the brick and like you know what I mean, like the edging around
Yes.
those circular parts. So I tried to make those look like they bowed out. That's not great, but we did have the same kind of cut through in the bridge. That's essential for this. And then this kind of goes off this way. This kind of goes off that way. If you look, there's a hidden Mickey in here, and you're going to
I
see
thought that was
Mickey
Winnie the
Mouse
Pooh.
himself up at the top balcony. He's just about as tall as the balcony, only his head can poke over it. And then you're going to see other spires. I tried to put some detail of the bricking in the spires, but I didn't have time. The flags, again, make it look like a bit of a circus, but we have some comments coming in. They are both impressive. I appreciate the lie, but we tried. The details, Brett got the details for sure. Let's see, Ryan's looks like a Disneyland castle. Oh, you know what? I'll
Well,
take that. As long as it
it's what
looks
it.
something Disney-esque, I
Yeah,
will definitely take that. Giving
there
it
was
back to
no
Brett
there was no clarification on which castle. So,
here. Right, right. Actually, Cinderella's castle was
oh
called out. That's for sure. Love the hidden Mickey. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Kimberly. We appreciate the everybody lying to us about your support
yeah,
and
seriously,
how good these were, but we had a good time doing it nonetheless.
we
So
did.
ultimately, I think I'm going to go out and say that Brett took this one home. He just had the quickest, like the best details captured within the 10 seconds for the drawing competition. And this one was just a lot of fun. What a perfect way, Brandon, to finish off with Cinderella's Castle. That's a great one. And thank you guys. We hope you guys had a lot of fun with
Yeah,
this. This was, again, another fun way to utilize the visual format and just have some fun talking about Disney World each week with you guys. If you liked it, please recommend to a friend, to a family. Let us know what you thought. Leave a review. And, thank you guys for joining. Brett, anything else that you would like to add before we wrap up?
no. Just so everyone's aware, these will be for auction on our Instagram, which is a Magic podcast. Auctions will open at $5 per drawing.
Yep.
So if you want to receive a hand drawn picture from this episode, be sure to follow us on our Instagram, and that you can find this week.
Yeah, that's honestly a steal because these will go for about 250 on the reselling market.
Yeah,
Once people get their
we're not
hands
going to
on
send them
these,
to
because we'll
auction.
sign the bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
that's hilarious. Well, thank you guys as always. Brett, why don't you take us home of another great week?
yes, as always, thank you so much for listening and or watching. Be sure to follow us on your favorite social medias, whether that's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, A Dose of Magic Podcast, and whatever platform you listen to us on. Please be sure to leave us a review. It is free, and we appreciate it. We will catch you next episode. Until then, happy Disney. I don't know. That was off the top of the cuff. I didn't like it.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, y'all.